Hello there everyone, and welcome back to my next episode playing the Realm of Vasten server. I am Mar, and it has been quite a while, about 3 months in fact, since my last episode. I'm sorry for how long it's taken, but I mean, a couple different things were going on at the time, and I had to take a break, essentially, is what it boiled down to. I wasn't happy with the changes done to the villagers in 1.15, I believe it was. It's been so long now I can't hardly even remember. Specifically with the whole trading twice, like 2 unlocks per day. It was really frustrating me, and at the same time, we no longer had shaders because Optifine had not been updated to 1.15, and as you can see, we still don't have shaders. So 1.16 is just around the corner. And I decided at this point, since it took this long and 1.16 is almost out and we still don't even have the 1.15 shaders, we're just gonna have to go without the shaders, I guess, from now on. And it's just gonna have to be what it is, essentially. And having taken that long extended break also gave me time to get a little more, or maybe I should say a little less upset with the changes done to villagers. I can make do. I've come to terms with it. I've finally come to terms with it. I'm sorry. It made me so mad that they changed it. I felt like they ruined villagers, and to be honest, I still kind of think that way. But you know, I've had time to calm down and and reassess, and I think I'm ready to work with these fools again. Yeah, all of you, every last one of you. Now, in a recent episode of Iskulls on the Hermitcraft server, I saw something. I saw him doing something that I didn't know was possible, and it has to do with Bert here. We're going to come back to you, Bert, but for now I'm just going to leave you sitting here. Essentially, if you remember correctly from, 3 months ago, this spot here used to have a villager in here. He sold Smite 5, his price was exorbitantly high, and I had that sort of goal to eventually replace him, essentially. And I tried to do that recently, well, not tried to replace him, but I tried to work with him recently and ended up actually having a little bit of a villager casualty. So here's the thing. We are playing Vasten. The world of Vasten is in hard difficulty. And that means that when a zombie infects a villager, there's no chance that the villager's gonna die. He always will become a zombified villager. And when you cure the zombified villager, he then likes you better, and so he gives you better trades. Now, this is the part I didn't know about. You can do that more than once. I can have a villager be zombified and cured more than once, and every time you do it, his trades get a little bit better every single time. And that's why I have Bert here. I have brought him up here, given him a helmet, given him a sword. He actually does... Oops, I should have taken off my pants first, because thorns, I might want to get like a new set of pants without thorns, to be honest. I work with villagers and these guys so much, it might just be a better idea all around to remove thorns. But yeah, I've brought him up here because I want to try and get villagers. Like, previously I was trying to get, arthropods, piercing, and power, and now, of course, Smite. I'll need to get a new Smite villager. I'd been trying to get them, and I'd been trying to get them with prices that were reasonably low. Well, now I don't have to. I can get them, like this person right here, power 5 for 36 emeralds. Now that's a lot of emeralds for a single book. A lot of emeralds. But apparently, if I take him and I zombieify him again, his price should go down. Now, I don't know how much it'll go down by. Someone told me it might be like about 50%, in which case maybe we'll have to zombieify him and cure him maybe 2 times, because you cut this in half, where, what's that, like 18, and then you cut it in half again, and then it'd be 9. 9 might be a bit more reasonable. If we could get even lower than that, that'd be fantastic. So we're probably going to have to zombieify him another 2 or 3 times, which means I'm going to need more potions, splash potions of weakness. We have plenty of golden apples, I think, because these 4 villagers here are the only librarians we have left to work with, and we do, of course, have a lot of already zombified villagers out here. These guys are already zombified. They've just been milling about, probably bored stiff over the last 3 months. What do you think, guys? Bored stiff? I mean, some of you must need to be stretching your legs by now. You've been sitting in minecarts for quite a while. But yeah, so that's what I want to try. I'm going to try and do this. Now, I did have this Smite villager, like I was saying before, and he did kind of come to a bad end, basically. I zombified him, and I cured him, but when they get cured, they pop out of their minecart, and he fell through the ground and landed below. And in the process of that, somehow he survived the fall, but it must have put him on like half a heart, so I was trying to shove him back up the water elevator, and he, like, the he took like just a momentary bit of drowning damage, and he was just gone. So I needed a new smite villager now as well, which I guess is fine. But I was really happy when I found this guy. It was only like 5 minutes after trading with these guys, or like trying to get them to give new trades, did he give me power 5. But he also has Aqua Affinity for 1 and Loyalty 3 for 1, which are also really excellent trades. I know I already have both of those over here. I don't know what their prices are. I mean, I could just take, if there's like a villager in here that only has like Loyalty 3 or only has Aqua Affinity, I suppose I could just take those villagers out entirely and replace them with that one. But then I'd have an empty slot, and maybe it's okay that we have a couple doubles. So I think I'll leave it as it is. But I do need to get him zombified. I'm going to bring him over here to Burr, and I'm going to try and maybe make a platform up for him to be cured on, so that when he pops out of his minecart, he's not, you know, in danger of death or something like that. And then we're just going to see how low we can get his price. I want to try and get it under 10 is the goal. Under 10 had always been the goal for the trades, because I'm willing to trade books if they cost 10. Especially if it's like power 5. I mean, that's only used on a bow. How many bows are you really gonna have to enchant? So I can afford to fill out an entire chest in here of books, and you know, slowly over time I'll be able to put more books in there. So it's not that bad to have it in that vicinity. So let me work with these guys a little bit, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, so we've got this guy chilling here, ready on, like, well on his way towards becoming a villager again. We're gonna see how low his price is. So we were around 37, 38 before. I've got him zombified. We're gonna cure him, and hopefully he's at least half. I mean, it'd be really nice if it was even more than half, but I don't really know how the mechanics of that pricing system works. So we're gonna find out what that becomes. I've got this little setup here. It's very, very like rudimentary, like to the extreme. But I do have him resting on a block up here, so that when he does get cured and he pops out of his minecart, he won't be able to like fall through the floor and you know, fall to his death and die, and you know, all that horrible, miserable stuff. And then I've got the zombie dude in here. I can lift these so that technically if a villager comes along on the minecart here, this guy can reach him and zombify him again. We may want to turn that off just in case this guy accidentally gets shoved back down, so that he's a little bit protected from being zombified again. Which, you know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if he was zombified again. That just means his prices were even lower than before. But, I mean, we don't have infinite resources here, so let's just see what his prices are once he's turned back into a villager. Aha, I just heard it. I just heard the sound. He turned back into a villager. Alright, keep your fingers crossed. Oh, you stayed in your minecart. Oh, I bet you hopped out and then bumped into it and climbed back in on your own. 12? Oh, that's like a third of the price. A third? Okay, we're totally doing it again. Okay, so this is essentially what it looks like. We're going to shove him along here. Now, that guy can't currently see him. However, when we lift these, he should... Yep, he noticed... He either noticed me or the villager. I'm going to climb up here just so that it can't possibly be us that he's... Yep, there he goes. And again, come on. Turn him. Turn him. Turn him into a zombie. Hit him again. Come on. Come on. Maybe I should give him a better sword. What happens, it's not like a random chance every time they hit the villager, it's when they actually kill the villager. So the better his weapon, the more likely the villager is to turn on, like on the first hit, basically, because he'll get all of his health taken in the first shot. But on the other hand, this guy already does a lot of damage to me, even with his unenchanted iron sword. So maybe we'll just chill here and let him take his own pace. Oh, there we go. Excellent. All right. So... now we're going to close these off. Oh, no, no! What are you doing? What are you doing? You're supposed to be in your minecart! Dude! Alright, come here. Actually, can I climb up here? There we go. Oh, really? Is that how we're playing it here? Yeah! I thought so. I thought so. Okay, so let's get you up on, yep, up there. Alright, and we're going to give you a bit of a splash. Oops. Gotta stand at a distance, I suppose. And have another apple. And hopefully his prices, if it went down a third last time, hopefully this time maybe he'll be down to like 3 emeralds price or 4 emeralds price or something like that. All right, I'm excited about this. All right, I have to stay in the vicinity so he doesn't despawn. But hopefully it doesn't take too long. Aha! Here we go. Excellent. And your trades are 1 emerald. I mean, what? I love you forever. You are beautiful. All right, let's go. Let's get you up here. And let's put you into one of the slots. Now, I used to have the smite guy down here. You're going to have the smite guy's... Hello? You gonna go? There we go. You're going to have the smite guy's little slot here because we ain't got the smite guy anymore. Going to have to get him all over again. All right, let's remove that. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot. I didn't bring the sea lantern and the bookshelf that needs to cover you up. So let's grab that really fast from over here. Somewhere. Here we go. This and bookshelf. Alright. And then we're gonna update his sign out front because right now it just says vacant like these ones do. So sea lantern, bookshelf, and I can get all these rail lines out then. I can put the carpet back where it belongs, of course. Not that anybody's like really gonna see it way in here, but hello? There we go. Get rid of those, and this is the next slot I wanted to fill right there. Essentially the same one I always wanted to fill. Now I do need to update our sign over here as well. Class in session, current lessons, arthropods piercing power. So let's do that over again. Current lessons, arthropods piercing, and not power, but now smite. Okay. And that's what the last 3 villagers, the last 3 slots here will be. Oh, and we need to update this over here so that it says unnamed. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this instead. Unnamed. He has power 5, aqua affinity, and what was it? Loyalty 3. I knew that. I knew that. There. Excellent. He is now open for business, ready to go. He's got, I mean, look at that. 3 emeralds for a name tag. Ah, you are awesome. I love you. Oh, that feels good. So, you know, it made me occur. It made me think of something. Currently, when you zombie... Okay, so here's the problem. So they nerfed 2 things in 1.15. They made it so that villagers can only trade twice a day, but they also made it so that you can't have like the bookshelf to book to bookshelf to book to bookshelf to book sort of cheaty, hacky, exploity type thing. I mean, it was a feature of the game. People were using it in the more or less intended purpose. But the problem is now the prices, not on pre-existing villagers. I noticed that pre-existing villagers weren't affected, but new villagers would have higher prices that make that sort of trading essentially not possible. However, if you can continue to zombify them over and over again, I'm wondering, does that mean you still could technically get it so that you could do the bookshelf to books trade over and over again? The only limitation would be how many times you could trade per day, but that could be, I mean, we're going to end up having to need a lot of villagers anyway, and with so many of them being librarians, a lot of them will end up having bookshelves and book to books, like books to emeralds. So I feel like it should still be possible, right? I want to switch gears here a little bit. I want to work on something else, something that we did start way back when, you know, before I took my little break, as it were. I need to switch that to haste 2, please. I do like my jump boost, don't get me wrong, but in this situation, I think I'm going to need to be able to dig a little faster than usual. So we're going to come down here. And if you remember correctly, or if maybe you don't remember at all, and honestly, I probably wouldn't either after 3 months, but we were in the process of building an iron farm, and pretty much the only thing I've done is mark out where the spawn platform is going to be. The zombie will be down here, and then I need to build the 2 wings for the villagers. But we also need to have some sort of drop shaft set up, and that's what I wanted the haste for, so that we can dig it up a lot faster. Now, a fair amount of this is dirt, of course, but a fair amount of it also is stone, and that's the part I want a little bit more speed on. Now, I have this exact same farm over on the Wells server, in my base there. So I hopped over there briefly to go and double check some dimensions and stuff like that. And actually I forgot to get all the dimensions, so I'm gonna have to go back there and do that. Uh-oh. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. Get me out of here. Oh. Who put that hole there? I did. I totally put that hole there. Oh no, I did it again! Stop it! Stop it! Goodness sakes, help. Alright, let's plug the hole. Where's the hole? Over here? Is this the hole? Okay, I don't think I need this hole still accessible. I also had a hole here that I've similarly plugged up. So I'm just gonna put a dirt on it and then, like, cap it off with a torture. I don't know, just something so I know not to go there. And I may have a little bit of trouble here because these guys are gonna be in the way, I think. I need to count it out, though. Essentially, I need to go 13 blocks from this center point on either side. It's the how wide this part here, like this is the part I don't know for sure how wide it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to double check that real quick and figure it out. But I need to make a large rectangle, and I feel like it was something like maybe 15 to 20 blocks on this angle here. So 13 plus 13 plus the center point, which is 1, of course. So that's 27 if I mathed that on camera correctly. So I need to dig all of that out, and this is gonna end up being the drop shaft. Now this is already a pretty decent height, but I will I'll maybe want to bring it down a little bit more. That's another thing I don't know, is how far the drop is that I have for my guys up there. And to be fair, you don't even need to put the drop shaft all that huge for them. You just need room for the villagers and then room for them to fall down. So I may not even need to dig all of this out. So let me work on this a little bit and see if I can't come up with a decent shape. I've measured the length that they're going to have to fall for when they get pushed off the platform up there by the water, and I believe this is an appropriate length or height for them to come down to. Now, there will be water in here so that they don't, like, smash their faces onto the rock and just... I don't know if they die from the fall damage anyway, but there will be water down here, and it's going to push them towards the center. We're going to have a 3x3 little shaft here. It's only going to be a couple blocks deep, just deep enough for them to get in there with a couple lava blades so that the lava will kill the iron golems, and we'll just have hoppers down there and whatnot to pick them up. Now, I do like this sort of natural arch, how this side here is shallower than the portion up there. I think we could probably do something with that, sort of play with the angle a little bit, because this is more or less kind of our base down here. The library above is more of a community resource that I'm doing my best to maintain, but underneath this main floor here, all of this area down here is pretty much my base. So I can pretty much do whatever I want down here, and I think it'd be really cool if we kind of played off of the angle of how this circle is kind of just... It's hard to describe, you know, like that ends really low, this ends really high, and we might be able to make some sort of strange, like lopsided circle, if that makes sense. Now I will have to get the zombie. I need to get a zombie up there, of course. And we'll have to get our villagers into place. I do have the iron farm rejects upstairs ready to go for that. But I definitely think I want to put in the kill chamber before I get them going. I'll cap it off while I'm working with the villagers, so in case we have accidents, nobody ends up going down the middle. But I definitely think I need to get that in place before iron golems start spawning. And I've also, somewhere around here, I believe it's right here, I think this block here, is the path that we used to use going all the way down to the villager breeder and the, you know, like the zombification machine. Obviously that's not going to really work out so great, so I'm going to have to create a new shaft as well. I think I kind of want to do that before we start working with the zombie and up here and the villagers and the iron golems, just so that I am guaranteed to be able to get down there in case things go badly and I need more villagers or something like that. So I think I'm going to work on that a little bit off camera. I'm going to try and get a new shaft built down to the breeder and whatnot. I'm going to probably tidy up the edges here a little bit and see about getting some of the villagers down here from over up above, because currently there's no real easy way to get them down here. I'll probably just have to put them on a minecart, bring them maybe over to this area, and then just knock them down through the floor, because it's a relatively short distance right there, and then have like a minecart rail system to get them into place. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. I'm pretty sure it's probably been a very short one. I have no idea. I haven't really looked at the timings. Just trying to get back into the feel of things for Vasten and everything in general. Now, I do want to mention, I'm not planning on doing any more episodes for the Wells Night server. I am still playing over there a little bit, and I am working on the End Island project. And once the project's complete, I'll definitely come over and we'll tour it together. And I'm planning on participating in the tour at the end of the season. But other than that, I'm pretty much going to call it for that series. I don't really have any inclination at this point, so late in the season, to finish my base. I mean, most of it's pretty much done already. I got all the most of the farms that I wanted in there, and mostly it's just the concept of living inside of an iron farm, pretty much like what we're building here, that I'm hoping to be able to show off in the tours at the end of the season. But I just wanted to throw that out there as well, just in case people were wondering what happened to that season, if it's going to come, or series, if it's going to come back and all that fun stuff. So that's just where I'm at with that. I've got other plans down the road for various projects, but for now I'm just going to try and get my feel for Vasten again, essentially. We are currently in Season 5. We've got only a couple days left before we end Season 5, and then we're going to have like an off-season sort of project stuff that I probably won't be participating in. But then in Season 6, that's going to start when the Nether update comes along, and that I am definitely hoping to get into. I haven't done anything in the snapshots with seasons with the update 16 or 1.16, so I'm excited to see how that goes, because you guys know me. I played in the Nether for an entire season on the Realm of Vasten, or well, Vasten Dimensions actually. So I'm really excited for that to come along. And so it's probably going to look weird. I'm probably just going to throw this episode in with Season 4, even though it's technically Season 5. And we'll just like not have a Season 5 playlist, simply because I took a break for so much of it, I guess. So yeah, I'm just going to end the episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to getting back into things here with me. And I hope you keep on coming back for more. But until next time, I hope you have a fantastic time. And I will see you later. Bye!